Welcome to the Real Estate 401k Show. Here are your hosts, Ryan Gerdes, Mike Weinstein, and Justin Frederick, helping you build a legacy of wealth through real estate. Powered by the Recon Group at West USA and the Frederick team with Fairway Mortgage. NMLS number 625918.
Every once in a while, we know that when we start an episode, we're going to probably offend some people. So if you don't have thick-skinned and you're sensitive and you're a pansy or you're a troller, earmuffs. Just turn it off.
I think you probably already offended somebody.
Probably.
Good. So good.
It's just a Monday. So today is Labor Day. So I don't know. What do you say? Is it Happy Labor Day? Like, I don't understand this holiday. In my opinion,
I believe if you say Happy Labor Day to somebody, then like you get to reserve the right to punch them in the privates.
what if they're what if they're unemployed? Like every day's a holiday. But
well, no, that'd be a happy unlabor
Yeah,
day.
so we're gonna have
they get 364
And guess what?
days
You
out
get
of
the day
year.
off.
Yeah.
So this holiday it drives me nuts. I think it's one of the stupidest holidays. America's the greatest country on the face of the planet. America. You know, we got our constitutional rights and you can make as much money as you want. There is nothing that holds you back in this country. We all have the right to go out and work. There's a national minimum wage. And so because of this great country and because we all have that opportunity to go out and work, we're going to take a day off to celebrate working. It doesn't make sense. It's so counterproductive to me. Why do we have this holiday?
I mean, I enjoy having days off.
Well, of course.
You know?
Yeah, well-
and it's one of those.
And you get to actually take it off.
I actually get to take it off.
The banks are closed.
Right.
So
rates are closed. It's great. I can.
yeah,
I mean, it's not like I don't get phone calls, but it's a partial
It's
day
dumb.
off. I would
It's
say.
just dumb.
Yeah.
I was blown away. So, back in college days, Christine and I, we went backpacking. It must have been like my sophomore year in college. We went backpacking through Europe one summer. And it was probably the most incredible educational experience I ever had. But it was awesome. When we went to Spain, they straight up take siesta every single day from like noon to 1 or 1 to 2 or something. Everyone just packs up shop. They shut down everything as if, nothing happened. They go home. They catch a cat nap or do whatever the hell they want to do for an hour, and then they come back and it's party on again. And they do things different there. Like, we're like, oh, hey, let's go grab a dinner and cocktail tonight. And they're like, all right, yeah, let's go meet over there at the restaurant at midnight. And I'm like,
Well, then you would need a nap.
Yeah.
If I started
So I'm
drinking
like-
at midnight,
Yeah, I'm
I
like-
would need a nap
You're
the
not going
next
to
day.
bed until like 5 in the morning.
it's like BOGO. They get, buy one day, get another one for free because it's literally broken up. I don't know what they call morning or what they call night because they get things going at like midnight, and then they're like, yeah, we're gonna party till about 6 o'clock in the morning. And I was in my 20s then, so like you would think, oh, of course, Ryan,
You're gonna be
but
fine.
like, no, dude, like they're doing this every single night.
I couldn't do it.
No.
I could not, unless I was sick, I could not take a nap during the week with the amount of fires that we put out, with the level of stress, with the angst of all the things that we need to do and have to get done. I could not take a nap during the week like that.
It's hard enough trying to leave the office by a decent hour with trying to get my stuff done, having a nap during the day. I mean, my mind would be going, how do you shut that off?
Well, for you, I could see that, but for me, if I know that I'm going to be out doing an event till 11 o'clock at night or whatever, I'll sneak in a little bit of downtime. Now, am I going to go actually get some sleep? Probably not, but I'll go chill out and just kind of like put the phone on silent for a half hour and just say, all right, I need to have a break in my day because I'm going to about hit another 8-hour shift this evening. Then I can do that, but other than that, like once the bank opens, you got to be open,
Got to be open.
right?
Gotta
And
be
then-
open.
And then when it closes, there's really not a damn thing that you can do other
Well,
than maybe prospect.
We're still
right?
doing pre-qualifications and things like that. But
prospecting, yeah.
I think Labor Day should be called Fantasy Football Day. Because
See, that makes sense to
That's
me.
the last weekend
Dude.
before the season starts, and that's when we have all of our fantasy football drafts. At least with my group, of buddies.
I think you're onto something.
Yeah.
Now I can't do fantasy because fantasy ruins football for me.
Yeah.
I've done it 1 year, and I did 2 leagues, and like I was zombied out by the end of the year. I was cheering against my own team. I was just it was terrible. So like I vowed never to do it again. But I would love to take part of all like the customs and the celebratory stuff and
the drafts
and whatnot. Yeah, like all that stuff.
Great.
That stuff is great.
Yeah.
Well, there's always room for a water boy.
I'm not going to bring you much
a
water.
bourbon boy.
Yeah, I was about to say there ain't going to be much water, but
Yeah, so going back to Labor Day. So what if you live in let's say the Dominican Republic? Okay, you don't have a job or you have no way to earn income, and if you do, it's just pennies on the dollars. What do they think when they look at America? And they would love to be in America. They would love to have a job, and they're like, "Oh, these bastards get a day off just to celebrate and rub it in our face that I can't work."
Yeah, I mean, as an employer, I have to pay for my people to have the day off too. So it's kind of
that's gotta eat.
It does. It's a double whammy right there. You know, it's like, yeah, you get the day off. Yeah, I get
hiring?
to pay, and I get to pay you to do it. I'm thankful to have a job.
Well, so speaking of jobs, turn it a little bit into some sort of substance. I was thinking about this. We get so many of our listeners, who watch the podcast and listen to the podcast from all over the country. And one of the questions that we predominantly get is why not other states? Is Arizona dried up for investment purposes? And my answer is no. I'm still investing in Arizona. And I think for me, Ryan, when I'm the key thing that we have to look at so many things. We have to look at population growth, and we have to look at industries and things like that. But for me, I keep looking at all the jobs that Arizona keeps adding, all the companies that keep bringing jobs to Arizona. I take a look at the low inventory, and I think that a lot of people don't pay enough attention to jobs. Wherever I'm thinking about investing my dollars, I want to know what the job situation's like. What are the sectors in that, in that particular community? And for me, that's one of the things that just keeps my money here in Arizona. See, I turned this into something serious.
Now it got all boring. Talking about stupid.
Why don't you go take a siesta and get back to us?
Yeah, I know, right? Well, no, I mean, unemployment's always been something that's been a driving force, not just for anything locally, but I mean, it's a nationwide thing where they're always going to look at that, and so they're going to base, interest rates. They're going to they're going to base bonds and what the value of the dollar is worth, et cetera. So, I mean, yeah, it always does play into that, but things are ebb and flow, and people are always being born faster than they're dying. So I mean, at the end of the day, is the infrastructure there? And if it is, then how long is it going to take to either break even or to start seeing an income from it? Because here, all right, we don't know exactly what that day is or how much interest rates are going to improve. We don't know how much, if at all, or how or when rental rates are going to go up, because as investors, we're always looking at, okay, well, we're going to go buy an asset and then we're going to rent it out, or we're going to flip it, or we're going to develop it, or whatever our objective is for that investment is. It's always just a matter of time, right? And so with flippers, we want to get things done faster. With investment properties that are long-term rentals, we usually enjoy longer escrow periods because we can sit there and enjoy appreciation and an improving rental market every single day that passes. So going back to the job situation, I'm definitely always going to look at not only the jobs, but I'm going to look at infrastructure. I want to know how close freeways are, because most people, they don't want to drive. And I know that in light of COVID, a lot of things have adjusted to where people can work remotely, and so that's more common than it's ever been. But at the end of the day, they want to be able to get to wherever the heck they want to go in a more expeditious fashion. So Jobs, yes, but I also want to know how fast it takes to get there.
You're right. This just got boring.
Yeah, that was all your fault, dude.
Yeah, I was on the.
You flipped that.
I was
around.
on the. I was
Hey,
on the.
we're gonna go over here and offend some people. We're gonna have fun with it. No,
Well, I was on-
we're
I was-
looking at unemployment.
I was on the
Wah, wah,
freeway
wah.
during rush hour last week, and I thought to myself, "Boy, we need another pandemic."
I know.
This traffic. Well, anyways, if you want to learn more about the job market and the things that we look for here in the great state of Arizona, all you got to do is text the word job to 623-AZ-RECON. That's job to 623-AZ-RECON. We'll end it with this. Going back to Spain, going back to siestas. Do you guys have, is there anyone on the face of the planet that you just look at and say, I envy them? And for me, it's my 95-pound golden lab. Dude, talk about siestas. Talk about I look at his life. I'm like, I would love to have a day in the life of my dog. And how great is it to be a dog? All you do is eat, sleep,
Seems like a boring life to me.
and but they can lick
I don't
themselves.
know.
Just locked up in a house in a small yard. You can't even go anywhere without your master dragging you around on a leash.
Yeah, I don't know.
I like to give it a shot. What are you talking about? I met your wife. You get dragged around on a leash all the time. Sabrina's got
This
you
is
on
true.
lockdown,
This is
man.
true.
I don't know one single person I envy. I'm gonna have to get back to you on that one, buddy, because there's a lot of people out there that I'm like, man, they've got some things figured out. But damn, dude, I'm pretty happy with.
I actually wasn't looking for a serious answer. I was just trying
Yeah.
to get the whole dog thing in there, right? That's all I was trying to do.
Yeah. Well, I guess if there's something to wrap it up with, everyone loves puppies and dogs, so they want to talk about their dogs. So there you go. Your SEO just went through the roof, dude.
Well, we just want to take this opportunity to give our heartfelt feelings and to wish you the very merriest and happiest of Labor Days. And if you want to talk jobs, you want to talk real estate, text the word job to 623-AZ-RECON. That's job to 623-AZ-RECON. Happy
All right,
Labor Day,
all right,
guys.
Merry Labor Day.
Justin, you get to punch him in the private parts, too. So.
Thank you for joining us on the Real Estate 401k Show. If you want more information on how to build wealth, click on the link or text us at 623-297-3266. That's 623-AZ-RECON.